right, you guys, we're gonna get right into it. What I'm gonna cover is Boxing Day. The Premier League will be back. I'm excited for it. If you're not, then I'm sorry. Hopefully, you caught the whole World Cup or as much as you possibly could because it was phenomenal. So, jumping right in, we're gonna get cover all the fixtures, what we can expect, and jump into Brentford, Tottenham. I'm looking forward to hopefully Brentford destroying Tottenham. If you don't know already, I am a Arsenal fan. If that offends you, goodbye. I'm fine with that. Um, that should be a good game. I'm probably gonna predict 2-1, maybe. Crystal Palace, Fulham should be a good one. I'm thinking that'll be a close game, but I think Crystal Palace could have a slight edge, especially in the midfield. Um, it was great watching Anthony Robinson and Tim Ream just do phenomenal things in the United States uniform. Just too bad we couldn't get too far, but I'm gonna choose Crystal Palace here. Everton, um, Wolves. I am not gonna watch this game, and it will probably be pretty boring, I would say. But I'm gonna lean towards Everton because my updated table, I have Wolves at the very bottom of the table because they just haven't been looking good, especially in the attack. Now we got Leicester, Newcastle. Newcastle has they're in the top four, which is pretty crazy. Leicester started coming into form towards the midway point right before the World Cup started, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that transitions. I'm thinking it'll be still Newcastle. Newcastle. Hopefully, Iska is back and healthy. He's going to provide in the attack more. I know he was injured right before the World Cup, but he should be back and healthy, or maybe just getting back to fitness. I don't keep up with all teams' news, but I like to keep up with. I don't want to say the bigger clubs, but maybe a broader scope, and I tend to focus on more Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, City, Newcastle a little bit more, but um, Liverpool, just some bigger clubs, even Tottenham from time to time. But I do like Leicester as a club the last couple of years. They have run really well, but I am predicting a 2-1 Leicester or 2-1 Newcastle. Then we got Southampton and Brighton Hove Albion. Now, I think Southampton actually will get relegated this year. I have my updated table. I originally had like Fulham, Bournemouth, and I think Nottingham Forest getting regulated. I've updated that just based on being halfway through the season. I believe I have Southampton towards the bottom of the table, Brighton kind of mid-table. Brighton before were in phenomenal form, but I don't see them having McAllister and several other players because of the World Cup. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Giving them just a slight little break now. So I'm going to say 2-0 Brighton still. So Aston Villa, Liverpool. So what? Oh man, Liverpool hopefully can start coming back, and I'm actually genuinely curious. I would assume Martinez would be back for from Argentina for Aston Villa, but with Liverpool, they've started playing some teams. The attack's looking good. Um, Nunez, Salah, like most of their players were pretty well rested. I would say, especially with the World Cup, because not they didn't. Most of their players didn't make it too far, uh, and so I'm gonna predict actually just a 2-2 draw. I think Aston Villa will be able to get in. I'm gonna say 2-1 Liverpool because uh, Aston Villa still is probably finding their rhythm. I haven't kept up with them during this time, um, but hopefully it's not a thrashing on Villa. Now, Arsenal, West Ham United. That should be a good game for the day after Christmas. I don't know if you celebrate Christmas or holidays, whatever you want to say, Hanukkah, anything, whatever. But for me, it'll be Christmas. I'll be at my in-laws. I'm going to try to watch as many games as possible. If anything, I'll watch these on reruns. So now, Arsenal, West Ham. Arsenal don't are without Gabriel Jesus. That's huge. Um, and it'll be interesting to see who they end up picking up in this transfer window. I know West Ham just picked up a young 20-year-old from Sao Paulo in Brazil. I believe it was Sao Paulo, and for a center back who they might be modifying and end up playing more of that center, like that holding mid um, CDM, because they're going to have some players gone here soon. Now, but I predict Arsenal winning, of course. West Ham hasn't been quite the same. They still have some pretty cool, not cool. They have some good attackers still up front. They're still trying to click. So, but I'm still have Arsenal. Uh, I'm gonna say 2-0, and then Chelsea. So this is on Tuesday. So the other one is on Monday, the day after Christmas. Now this is on Tuesday. We only got two games instead of what? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 games on the day after Christmas on Boxing Day, which would be. Oh, I just love it. Anyways, I'm excited the Prem's back. I'm happy that there wasn't this lull of no good games because the World Cup was phenomenal. Like I said, I hope you watched it. Also, if you've made it this far in the video, I'm impressed because you've had to deal with my face, you've had to deal with like this computer. I don't know if it all looks good, it sounds good, whatever. But I am gonna say subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Who do you follow? Because I'm curious. I'm eventually gonna kind of niche down. I feel like I'm more broad right now, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to cover, what I want to talk about. I know I'll talk about the transfer window coming up. Try to do a short 1 minute or so roundup for the day when it comes to the transfer window each and every day in January. So that should be fun. Um, and I actually really love the transfer market. I follow it maybe too religiously, so why not make some videos on it? Now, Chelsea Bournemouth on Tuesday the 27th. That should be it'll be interesting to see how not Todd Bowley because that's the owner of Chelsea. Why am I spacing his name? The manager for from Brighton to Chelsea. How if they've been able to click with the attack because that's been their weakness as far as even getting to this point in the season. So, but I still think 3-0 Chelsea. Now Manchester United, Nottingham Forest. Oh man, Manchester United are with they had quite a few players, but not a lot of players were gone for too long. So, but with Manchester United and Nottingham Forest, I'm gonna say 3-1. Um, because Manchester United might be without Varane. I know he was injured at the end of the World Cup, and Martinez should be out there, should be back, should be good and healthy. He didn't play a ton, but would probably lined up with Harry Maguire or Lindelof. And so without Varane there, I'm thinking at least giving up a goal, but they still have a good attack. They're not going to have the Ronaldo drama. They're not going to have a lot of those boring things. Um, Instead, there's going to be a lot of rumors of who's going to be coming into Manchester United. Nottingham Forest have basically overturned their entire squad and have so many players, and I'd be curious to see how many of them, like, if the coach was able to put them together and be able to start clicking, but still 3-1. I don't see Nottingham Forest. beating or even battering Manchester United at this point with such a great coach um, as Hog. Why did I call him Hog? Anyways, 28th, Wednesday, Leeds versus Man City. If I had to pick another team to like in the Prem, first off, I love the game as a whole. I do feel like I have favorite teams in different countries. So in Italy, AC Milan. In Germany, it's Dortmund. In the Prem, it's Arsenal. It's Barcelona, as you can tell. In Spain, Portugal, it's Benfica. And then Leeds would be like my second team that I would have to pick for England because Jesse Marsh and the Americans, of course, I'm an American, Marca. Um, but they're gonna get battered by Manchester City. Here is the reason why. Manchester City just dominate possession. Leeds will try to press them. This unless hopefully it's a really good game and maybe it will be. I'll be driving during that time probably on that day, so I won't be able to watch it live, and I'll probably have to catch the recording the next day. But I'm thinking uh, 4-2 um, or 4-1 Man City. They're going to catch up to Arsenal, maybe not quite with Arsenal, and I really do genuinely think that top of the table will be Arsenal still. And yeah, anyways, I'm curious your guys' thoughts. What game are you looking forward to in Boxing Day? Is there one more so than the other? Is there a player that you love or a standout? Even from the World Cup, anything. Comment down your thoughts below, and we will be talking soon. Why? The transfer market's happening. So between now and then, stay classy.